Hello, everybody. Welcome to With Self-Respect Leads to Self-Love. I'm your host, Goddess Asha Miriam. I thank you guys for joining me for this episode. If you guys like the commentary and you want to hear more, please go to speaker.com/. With self-respect leads to the self with self-love. And also I'm on my YouTube channel, From Darkness to Light Radio Podcast on YouTube. I'm also on my Facebook and my Twitch channel. I appreciate you guys joining me for this episode. If you guys like the commentary and you like to hear more, please go to speaker.com/my name, asha.mariama01@gmail.com. If you want to be a guest on my channel, or you want to be a sponsor on my channel, if you want to essentially send me letters of things that you're going through, then by all means, you can send me an email there. You can also hear my podcast on iHeartRadio, Amazon, Google. You can also hear it on iTunes, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Cashbox, Drizzle, and multiple other streaming companies as well. A little about me: I am a certified recovery healing and recovery coach. It's all about helping people on their paths and their journeys to a new and better you through self-discovery. I help people when it comes to their journeys of being the best versions of themselves. And I also help people on their journeys when it comes to finding their self-respect, when it comes to loving themselves. Now, I hope you guys are doing well. Me, I'm doing lovely. This particular podcast is all about, why does what you want, how can it be negative? How can the things that you want be negative? Now, don't get me wrong. When you want something, not to say that it's always bad, because it's not always bad. Sometimes the things you want can be things that can be necessities, but sometimes the things that you want, the reason is negative because of what you're willing to do to get it, what you're willing to do to go after it, and the consequences, repercussions, and karma of those particular things that you're chasing after. So what I want people to understand, when you are chasing behind things or trying to be a part of something that people don't want you to be a part of, when you have people that are trying to make you feel less than what you are, people that are rejecting you, and you're still trying to chase behind these people, is never, ever, ever going to be a good look at all. Hi. So today we're going to be using Kounty Wayne Skits today. So I'm going to be using Kounty Wayne Skits to pretty much talk about how people are willing to do anything, and I do mean anything, risk it all just for what you want. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to play some of these Kounty Wayne skits, and I'm going to go through them, and we're going to talk about how what these people want, how what these people think they deserve, doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you. If anybody on TikTok wants to come up, by all means, then you can. So we're going to go into some videos. And as y'all see, I'm going down. So we're going to go into a situation where we're going to be going all the way down a little TT bit. Now, I'm going to go to this particular video when it comes down to Anthony asking Brittany to help him to set up something special for Amber. But I'm going to mute my screen right quick because I don't want to, do the commercials. So bear with me a minute. So I'm just going to do this one. This one is when Anthony asked Brittany for help as far as helping him to get to help basically get, as far as getting Amber back. Now, if y'all want to come up here, you're welcome to come up here and we can talk about these skits. I'll play the skit back so that way we'll go over it. So I'm just going to give y'all an idea on how I work when it comes to doing my panels. My panels are, we go over the skits, and once we go over the skits, then we'll go into it. We'll talk about it in 3 ways: your opinions, your thoughts, and your feelings. Now, why are these different? Because over here, I'm a little different. Over here, when we get done with these skits, it's about a solution. It's about how we can make these skits better. How do we come with conclusions? What do we think is going to happen? Why do we think these things are going to be what they are? But you also got to have receipts over here. So everything is not just about your feelings, not just about your opinions. It's also about what the factual part of it is. So if we go into Amber, for example, or we go into Anthony and their whole scenario, how I do things differently over here is I will play all the videos associated with Anthony and Amber, and I'll play the videos that are associated with what my theory is. I'll also pull receipts as far as statistics, different things like that, because I'm a life coach. I look at the whole picture. I don't look at one side is more guilty than the other. I look at it for what it truly is. So I'm going to play this video, for example, just to give y'all somewhat an idea. So let's take a listen to Brittany, Anthony talking to Brittany, and then we're going to go from there.
Hey, Brittany, how you doing?
Anthony, how are you?
I'm good. You look nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How you good today?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me.
Yeah, I was wondering what was so urgent in the middle of my pampering appointment.
I know. Yeah. And let me tell you, your nails look amazing.
Thank you.
Did a great job.
All right, what's up?
Okay, I'm not gonna beat around the bush and waste your time. As you know, Amber and I we're doing our counseling, right? And I really want to let her know that I'm really making an effort to try to get our marriage back on track. And I was wondering if you could possibly help me put something together to let Amber know that she's special to me. And I know that, you and I haven't seen eye to eye, and I know that you really don't like me. And I understand that given everything that's happened. But if you could just do me, well, not me, Amber, this solid, it would really mean a lot to me.
What solid would I be doing, Amber?
I mean, the fact that we're still going to counseling lets me know that there's something still there. And I just really need your help to let Amber know that I'm trying to get us back on track. And I'm sincere about this.
And a couple things. First thing is, I'm not gonna agree to help you do that. I think sometimes, you just gotta realize when like a warning sign is like worn out from flashing, like this ain't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Second thing is, Amber is not studying you like that. Like the counseling and talking to you from time to time, that's all a formality. That's what she has to do to go through the divorce process. But yeah, she ain't really on you like that. And I appreciate you for trying to do what you do, but it ain't gonna work.
Brittany, let me ask you something.
Sure, go for it.
Have you ever loved anyone? like truly, like been in love? Have you?
I have.
Have you been in love unconditionally?
I don't know, but whether it's unconditional or not, I've never done to anybody what you did to Amber.
That's fair. That's fair. But like I said, don't do this for me. Do it for your friend. Because deep down inside, regardless of what I've done, the fact that you can say it's a formality that we're going to counseling, but I'm in those counseling sessions and I hear everything that she says and I know what she feels. She wouldn't even agree to go to these counseling sessions if she didn't still have some kind of feelings. So I'm asking you do this for her.
Sorry, I can't help you, but is there anything else that you need? I kind of got to get going.
No, it's fine. I appreciate you taking time out your day to meet me.
Absolutely, and it's good to see you.
You as well.
All right, take care.
Now, what is my first initial thought of that, as far as that skit? Number one, you should have known that Brittany was going to say no. You should have known. You should have known that Brittany is not going to help you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, considering she's your attorney. She's Amber's attorney. Now, as somebody that also writes, I would have, if it were me, I would have been like, first of all, why do you all of a sudden now want to go to counseling? Why is it that when Amber caught you in the bed with Shayla, why didn't you come home? Why is it now of a sudden now that she signed the divorce papers, now you want to go ahead and go to counseling? But this just shows me the lack of research that they do as far as, people wanting to do their research when it comes to writing. When you're a writer, you already got it in your mind who, what, when, where, and why, and how. When you write these stories or you write skits, there has to be an ending point. You can't drag it on forever. You remember in Bold the Beautiful, and y'all remember Ridge and Taylor and Brooke, when they were doing those skits, doing those shows for 30 minutes. So imagine you trying to cram a whole lot in 30 minutes. Same thing with General Hospital, As the World Turns, Guiding Light, what was it? Jesus. Days of Our Lives, All My Children, One Life to Live. This shows my age. Every single solitary one of those different scenarios in those stories had an ending point somewhere down the line. Some of them would drag it on so long, and the audience would be like, look, dude, can we get this over with? Y'all been dragging this on. You've been dragging this Sonny and Cardi situation. You've been dragging on this Victor and John Abbott thing for the longest. It's just like with Liam, Steffi, and Hope. Everybody got so sick of it. That's why now she's with Finn, and that's why Liam about to be gone off the show for real this time. So it's like, when are we gonna get something new? See, every time you end a skit, something new should already be there. So, for example, you might have, everybody is so sick of Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke. They sick of it. We want new people, but they keep doing the same scenario over and over and over again on Bold and Beautiful to the point it's getting ridiculous. Just like now we got Bill's son, Ivy's cousin, and what's the child's name? Lena. I mean, no, not Lena. Luna. Now we got that scenario going on. It's always some type of threesome between one man and two women. Always. And I feel like Kounty Wayne and them are going the same route. It's always 2 women, 1 man. It can't never be 2 men and 1 woman. No, it can never be that. So when I make these decisions about what skits I'm gonna do, I always think about collectively different scenarios. So if I want to do something about these threesomes dynamics, then I would go into Sonny, Melissa, and Mike. I would go into J-Mo, Melissa, and Ernestine. I would go into who else? But if y'all want to come up here, please let me know. Send me a message in the chat and I'll bring you up. But when it comes down to, like, for example, if I want to do like Rolanda and Malachi and David, if I wanted to do Wayne, Sarah, and Amber, then that's how I would do the skits based upon what the topic is. Well, this particular topic for tonight is about the fact of the matter of how is it that what makes what we want negative? What makes what we want negative? What makes what Amber wants or what Shayla wants negative? What makes what Shayla did negative based upon what she wanted? So, for example, the fact that Shayla wanted Anthony and she didn't care about Amber being her best friend. She didn't care about the fact that Amber was married to this man. All she cared about is she wanted what she wanted, like James Scott Farron. I want what I want, and I want it now. So with Shayla, the fact that that was your best friend and you had absolutely no regards to your best friend, you had no regards to the fact that, yes, even though, yes, she was messing around with Wayne, but that's still your best friend. That is still the girl that you hang out with. This woman you've known before you knew Anthony, before you even knew who Anthony was. But yet and still you have no conscience about the fact of this situation, and you have no regards to the fact of the matter of how this will hurt your best friend. You don't care. You don't care about the fact that your best friend trusted you around her man. Your best friend trusted you to not betray her. You went behind her back, went to his house, which is their house, had sex in the same bed that Amber sleeps in now, and Amber don't even know that Shayla has had sex in that house. She still don't know. She still don't even know. Nothing that irks my nerves about these skits is the fact of there's no depth. There's no growth in these skits. Nobody's growing. It's like they put them right back to the same behavior. Instead of elevating Amber, and instead of them saying, you know what, we're going to have Amber just going to counseling, working on herself. Instead of them saying, you know what, we're going to show what divorce really looked like, how women go through this journey of going through the infidelity, going through the cheating, going through all of this and that, and how we overcome it. They don't do that. They always, like with Ty just disappeared. We don't know if he went to jail, just like when it came to Rico and the Wands. And the fact of how they sat up here and he was with the Wands, and then the situation with his cousin, then he disappears, and now we hear nothing. Now he's in a wheelchair. The fact that Jocelyn was in the game and now she's out of the game, Ralphie ends up losing his store, but yet and still, it's always certain characters, they're always going to keep them in the same place. They're always going to keep Ralphie in the same place. Ralphie will get on his feet, and somehow, some way, he'll get knocked back down. Somehow, some way, he'll end up in a bad position. So it's crazy. It doesn't really make sense, and I don't get it. It's just like the situation with Brittany and Wayne.
Look it up, huh? LeBron get better with time. Yo, what you got? Take one.
So being the fact, sorry, that's another one of his skits 4 years ago. But anyway, the fact that Wayne will start something, or whoever's doing the writing will start something, but they never finish it. They'll start it, but they'll never finish what they started. So it's just like this one here. This is one with Wayne and his daughter. Give me a second.
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without relying on.
Hey, Dad.
So they gonna want my seeds.
What you doing? Just chilling?
Look about to go somewhere or something.
Nah, I was making TikTok.
Well, I hope you TikTok that shirt down. Whatever TikTok you put up just now, just take it down.
Okay,
Because your stomach, your belly button showing stuff.
You just sitting outside?
Yeah, I'm sitting outside.
You should go somewhere sometimes.
We can go somewhere. Like I'm enjoying. Once I got Joe, but God made the trees. What we need to go somewhere for?
No, like go somewhere.
I will.
Like I feel like we really don't got no family memories with each other.
You feel like what?
We don't got family memories with each other. Like you don't do nothing with us.
Oh. I feel like we ain't got no family memories. Why you say that?
Cause like, Dad, tell me where do we go with each other? Besides here.
Oh, you talking about besides here?
Yeah.
You talking about home?
Yeah.
Oh, to my. Well, most of us ain't grew up like this. It's here. It's probably the place where you got good water and stuff in the refrigerator. You talking about heaven?
Dad.
Where you got your family, you got siblings. Oh, you want to leave heaven and go into the world. I get it. Oh, when you say memories, you mean like Disney World and stuff, like vacation. Oh,
there you go.
Oh, I get it.
It's kind of clicking.
It's kind of clicking. Let me tell you something. Look, I good. You matter of fact, sit the let me get your seat. Sorry, sit down right here. Sit down right here.
Dad, I don't got time for long speeches.
Yeah, nah, this ain't no. This ain't no speech, baby. Let me tell you something. Whatever God bless you with his time and energy before I even had anything, I would enjoy what was around me. So you talking about just because we ain't went to Disney World or nothing, you think that's more valuable than having each other right here, looking at each other's face? This ain't a memory? You know why you ain't got no memories? Because I erased them all. You ain't got too many bad memories. See, I remember, man, you ever ate pork and beans and hot dogs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Have you ever had to make a ham sandwich out of the butt bread? Huh? Do you remember? Have you ever had a memory of not having no trash bags and you had to use a grocery bag? You hear the bird talking? Dude, you know why you ain't got that many memories? God erased the bad memories. My hard work, these feet right here, working hands. So what I'm saying, just because you don't go nowhere, don't value what you can't see, value what you can. We got each other. We sitting right here. This is a memory. You know how many girls ain't could sit down with their father on a porch?
Right.
Yeah. See, you don't value. Sometimes you don't value what you got. You know, it's a lot of people who go on trips, wish they could be sitting here with their daddy right now with good cold air conditioners and stuff. You got to appreciate this before you appreciate that. Because if y'all don't appreciate this first, everywhere else I take y'all out, y'all ain't gonna appreciate it. You got to learn to appreciate what you got. Be grateful. You probably been on TikTok. You seen somebody in their family going on vacation.
I go on vacation with my mama.
So she gave you good. Oh, you got some memories with her. Let me ask you a good question. Who you think paid for that vacation? Huh? I'm just saying, who you think paid for that vacation?
Okay, so why you can't pay for the vacations with us?
Oh, I can pay for them. I just can't go all the time. I be touring and stuff. You know, I get what you're saying, but you gotta get what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah.
Somebody, well, how about I start working and then nobody won't go nowhere? You good with that?
Nah, it's all right.
No.
No, it's cool.
No, let's go back to school. You know, I'm gonna give you some memories. You gonna be like, I remember when I came on the porch and then my daddy sent me to school. You see that y'all ain't felt it.
All right, Dad.
No, y'all need to feel not getting no school clothes and stuff like that.
See you later.
Now,
See ya.
yeah, let me see that shirt. Now, let me erase my memory that you came out here with your belly button open.
Now, let me say this. This is the number one reason why men don't take women nowhere. Yep. Let me go here because I'm gonna have to. This is the reason why black men don't take women on dates. That right there. If you can't even take your daughter to Disney World, what makes you think that you're gonna be able to take me out on a date? If you can't even take your child to Disney World, you can't even take your child out to eat. Because here's my issue with it all. You bought Amber a car, but your daughter is asking you to take her to Disney World, to take her to Disneyland, and you mean to tell me you can't take her? You can't take her to Disney World. You can't take her to Disneyland. You can't take her to the movies. Do you know how many men that I know that have their kids every 2 weeks and they do absolutely nothing with their kids? They don't take them to the movies. They don't take them out to eat. All they say is exactly what Wayne is saying, which is why a lot of these young girls are willing to accept the fact these dudes don't take them out because their daddies didn't take them nowhere. Their daddies didn't show them what being a princess looks like. How can a little girl be a princess when she doesn't know how to be a princess? When she's not treated like a princess by her own dad? I understand you got to work, but my God, you mean to tell me you can't take your kids to go to the movies? You can't take your kids out to eat? Because if you're going to be like that with her, then you're going to be like that with a woman too. You're going to be like that with every woman you with. So yeah, you're going to buy them gifts and you're going to do all of that, but you don't take them to the movies. You don't take them out to eat. You don't take them nowhere. They are sitting at home by themselves. When you want to go over there and smash, oh, it's okay for you to do that. And that is what he is representing to his daughter. You're saying that it's okay for a boy to come over and smash. It's okay for him to buy her a car. It's okay for him to just come over on some Netflix and chill, but he don't want to take her to Dubai. He don't want to take her to Abu Dhabi. He don't want to take her on a date. This is why a lot of black girls do not know how to date. This is why. And this is why our daughters end up pregnant. Because instead of our daughters demanding to go out, if your own daddy ain't gonna take you nowhere, then what makes you think, I keep forgetting, what makes you think that basically, essentially, any man gonna take you somewhere? If your own daddy don't want to take you nowhere, all because he says, I work all the time. I work all the time. Imagine what he's telling females. So it starts with your daddy. How your daddy was when you were a kid is how your husband gonna be when you are an adult. So what I'm basically saying here in this scenario is I do not like the fact that he said when she asked, why don't we go nowhere? Why don't we do nothing? That he says, oh, because I work all the time. And if I don't work, then the bills don't get paid. But yet you don't take your daughter to Chuck E. Cheese. You can't take a couple of hours to take your child out. He sat there and he blasted Mike when it came to Blake. It was the same thing that Blake was talking about. Blake was saying the same thing. Where were you at all these times when I wanted to spend time with you, when I wanted to do this with you, when I wanted to do that with you? Where were you at? So a lot of men don't understand when you sit here and you don't spend time with your kids and you don't spend time with your girl and you don't spend time with your wife, that's a problem. If all we do is I sit at home all day, you don't even bother to say, let's go to the movies, let's go out to eat. I'm only asking you to go out once a week. I'm not asking you to take me out every day. But yet you want your kids to stay in the house all day on the weekend and they're off. Don't even bother to take them to a movie. Let me tell you something. My mama will drag me every weekend to take my son somewhere. Even though I don't feel like it, she be like, get up, we taking my son to the movies. We're taking my son out to eat. Honey, every Saturday we are taking a child somewhere. Saturday or Sunday, we are taking them somewhere. My son has been to the beach. My son has been to King's Dominion. My son has been to Disney World. I travel with my kid. Why? Because that's what my parents did with me. Every Saturday, my mom always had us somewhere. But it is sad that these kids are stuck up in these houses on these phones. And that's why they're always on these phones, which explains why y'all give these kids these phones, because y'all don't want to deal with them. So you rather them be on social media looking at everything in their mama, but then when they start talking about sex and they're having sex and you wonder how that happened, that'll be you. But yet you'll take a female out to eat. You'll take a female to the club, but yet you won't take your daughter nowhere. You won't do a father-daughter dance with your daughter. You won't have your daughter to get up and get dressed and take her on a date. Her first date should be with her dad. Look at what Russell Wilson did when it came to his son, his daughter. He actually got her dressed up and took her on a date. And when the other baby gets old enough, he gonna take both of them on a date. I think it's important that fathers get dressed up and take their daughters on a date. I think it's important that fathers show their daughters what a husband looks like, what a good man looks like. But if they don't even have an example of what that is, then how are they supposed to know what type of men to choose when they don't have a daddy? They don't have a grandfather. What example of a man are they going to have? Oh, you mean the man that's in there doing things to them? Essaying them every night while their mama sleep? You mean these young boys saying, if you love me, you'll have sex with me? If you don't have sex with me, then somebody else will. Oh, okay. Forgive me for my confusion. So no, I disagree with Wayne. I feel like if my son tell me, Mom, I'm bored, put the computer down, put the tablet down. I tell my mama all the time, and they argue me to the ground with this. He gonna leave his electronics at the house, because if we're gonna be going out to eat, no, he don't need to have his electronics. Even though he bring it with him, it ends up in the car, because we don't let him take it in the car. And when we go to dinner and stuff, he don't have it. Sometimes you gotta have a day when there's no electronics, and you actually have a conversation, talk to your kids, find out what's going on with kids. And as much as Wayne be gone, I would think that Wayne would want to spend time with his kids. So I love that they did that. I love that she came out there and said, Dad, I have no memories with you. And it's bad when you don't have no memories with your kids, when you have no photos. So imagine me going after a sex cult and 30 years of pictures down the drain. 30 years of pictures, memories down the drain. And for his daughter to say, I have no memories with you, none, that's crazy. But if y'all want to come up here, send me a message that you want to come up here and I'll let you come up here. But yeah, that's insane. How you gonna say, oh, well, Dad, I have no memories of you? That's like your child coming to you and saying, Mom, we have no memories. We don't never go nowhere. We don't ever do nothing. All we do is stay in the house. Absolutely not. Even if we go to the park, those are memories. Even if we go to Chuck E. Cheese, those are memories. Even if I take them to the swimming pool, those are memories. And the fact that this little girl said that she has no memories with him is a problem for me. Because those memories are important. Do you think that it's just about you making money? Is that what you think as a husband you supposed to be? So let me break down something that I will never do with my husband. Let me tell you why my husband will never be the sole provider. I'm gonna explain why. Our children is why. I want him to be present. I want him to be there when we go to Chuck E. Cheese. I want him to be there when we go to the movies. No, I want him there. That's why I will never, ever not work. I'm not putting all that income on him. I'm not doing that. Even if I'm at home, I'm going to make money. Am I going to do like Tabitha Brown and retire my husband? Absolutely. Because I believe thoroughly in 50-50. Why? Because of our children. That is why. My children deserve to have a Saturday or a Sunday with their dad. They deserve to have those memories with their dad. They deserve to be able to have their dad at basketball games, football games. They deserve to have him there. And because I'm sitting up here working like a slave, do you think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. Will that happen? So I believe very much thoroughly in 50-50. I believe very much so that I pull my weight. I pay half the bills, he pay half the bills. We go half on groceries when it comes to every decision, choice, action, and behavior that we do. We do it together. We both make decisions. We both understand that our consequences, repercussions, and karma not only impact me, but impact him. What he does behind my back is just as bad as what I do. So whatever he doesn't do, I don't do. Point blank, period. I don't do it. So again, I believe thoroughly in 50-50. I believe thoroughly that he doesn't give up everything for me and I don't give up everything for him. But we do give up everything for our kids. I believe in having extra money, so if he wants to go to a basketball game, he can go. If I want to go to the Bahamas and go on vacation, I can go. Why? Because we both have money. We both have money. So we both put money into an account that pays the bills, and then we have another account for anything that we choose to do. Because nobody should be paying the bills by themselves as an adult. Nobody should be taking care of kids by themselves. Nobody should be cleaning the whole house by themselves unless you live by yourself. If you live with somebody, both of y'all are responsible. That is the reason why their divorce is so high, because relationships are not evenly yoked. And God said that in the Bible about being evenly yoked. So to hear this little girl in this skit says, I have no memories with you. We don't go nowhere. We don't do nothing. Don't that sound like a woman? Don't that sound like a grown woman telling her husband, we don't do nothing together. We don't do this together. We don't do that together. That's like a man saying, we don't have sex no more. Wouldn't that be about right? So yeah, I take that personally. But I'm glad they did that skit because it makes people understand that your kids should be your priority. So that's important. Now, here's another one. When Nikki's mom catches her trying to bring Chubbs into therapy. Oh God. Let me mute right quick. Hold on. This should be interesting.
Slack is helping Ari by providing information in real time for everyone on our team. We have a lot of different channels that we use here at Ari Bikes. One of the biggest ones we use is our...
Give me a second.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank
thank you for being easy to open up to and to actually, talk to, because I really don't talk to my family about any of my hobbies at all.
The thing about it, your family loves you, right? But all of us need a separate party. Okay, that's what therapy is about. I create the safe space. You can get it out of your system.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep that inside.
You really do create a really safe space. Growing up in the Black community therapy isn't like the best thing. They make it seem like you're weaker or not strong enough if you actually go to therapy. So I'm kind of happy my auntie referred to.
Oh, and I love your auntie. She's sweet.
Yeah.
2 things.
Yes.
It is not a weak thing, okay? It takes a lot of strength to do what you're doing. You're being present. You're being honest. You're taking accountability. And you're also bringing awareness to the community and being a good example, showing people that therapy is something for everyone, all right? It's about the mind-body connection. So you should be very proud of yourself.
I appreciate you so much.
You're so sweet.
Thank you. You're so sweet too. You're really a breath of fresh air.
Aww.
But can I ask for a favor?
Yep, absolutely.
I know, unfortunately, I'm in therapy because, my past relationship, but I feel like he could really use your help for real,
You have a really good heart, Nikki. You know that?
Yeah.
I believe in therapy. I believe in healing for everyone. So I will definitely refer him to my friend, Dr. Levi. Okay. But from here on out, promise me that you will focus on your healing. Okay. Put yourself first. Okay. He's on his own journey.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. One more hug.
All right.
You're so sweet.
See you next time.
All right. I'll see you next time.
Get home safely.
Thank you. You have a good night.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Thank you, doctor.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good night.
What was
What's
that?
she doing? Oh, no, just, sending her off, telling her thank you for the session, and I just gave her Chubb's number.
Nikki,
What?
have you lost your mind? Why would you give her the number for... What is she supposed to do for that monster?
Mom, you can't just call him a monster because you heard all the bad
He's
things
a
about him.
monster, Nikki.
He is not a monster. Like, you can't just talk about him like that. You never met him. You haven't been around him or anything. Like, he's also a kind person. Like, we all have something wrong with us. Nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. Dad not perfect. I'm not perfect. You can't just fault him for something.
Nikki, I just want you to be concerned about your healing. I want us to work on our relationship and what we have going on. I want you to be in a safe situation. This man,
I'm safe.
He beat you.
He beat you repeatedly. I'm not giving him therapy. I'm just told her to reach out to him. Like, you know what? How about we all just worry about ourselves and heal separately?
Oh. Okay. This is too much. This is too much.
She going back. She going right back to him. But this is where Stockholm Syndrome comes into what it is. And this is why I say what you want can be deadly. She want to go back to that man so bad, even though he puts his hands on her, even though he does all these things to her, she continuously go back to this man because that is who she wants. Even though he is bad for her, even though he's not what she needs, but because he has soul ties on her, but because she's glutton the punishment, she gonna keep going back. She going back. She gonna go right back on over there. And the next time he put his hands on her, they're gonna be burying her. And it be times where people be telling you, leave this person alone. They ain't no good. Leave them alone. They bad for you. No, you want to keep messing with them anyway. So it's crazy how she sits up here and tries to make excuses for what he did. This dude put his hands on you. You lost your baby, and yet you saying he's a good person. How is he a good person when he hits you? How is he a good person when he don't take you nowhere? How he don't want you to have a degree? How he don't want you to be educated? Anybody that don't want to see you thrive is not a person you need to be messing with at all. Anybody that go behind your back and they cheat on you is not your person. Anybody that when you met them told you they didn't want you, that's not your person. I don't care how much you want them. If that person says no, leave them where they at. Accept the fact they don't want you. Accept the fact that's not who you need to be with, because God did not send that person to you. You went chasing after them. Why would you want somebody that everybody in their mama done had? That's like saying I'm going to go into the thrift store and I'm going to wear panties that I don't even know how many people have worn, don't even know whether they washed their clothes or not, and yet I'm going to put it on. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to do that. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to lower my self-esteem and let you put your hands on me. I was a domestic violence victim. I was. And I don't wish that on nobody. I don't wish domestic violence on anybody. I don't wish being SA'd on nobody or MO. I don't wish none of that on nobody. It's one thing if you a child and you can't fight back. I can understand that. But as an adult, you don't have to put up with somebody. If you think pain is love, then you don't love yourself at all. You don't love yourself if you keep going back to somebody that's constantly cheating on you, because you're pretty much giving them permission to do it. So when you go back, you're saying it's okay for him to beat you. It's okay for him to lie to you. It's okay for him to continue taking money from you. It's okay for him to rob, steal, and unalive you. It's okay for that person to do whatever it is they want to, male or female. It's just like with men. The fact that they keep taking women back, they keep using them for money. That man know that woman is using him for money, but he'll keep going back to her. Keep taking her back. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Ain't no way. But let's listen to and look at Melissa plotting on Mike. But let's get into it. Hold on, I always gotta press the mute button because.
So how did the therapy session go today?
It went really well, for real.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
You comfortable talking to a stranger about your personal business?
Actually, you'd be surprised, yes, because I feel like she's a personal diary. She can't judge me. She unbiased. She don't know what's going on. It's just like an open ear and good advice. I feel like you should try it.
A person that I don't know, that never been in my shoes.
You don't know if she been in your shoes or not. They go to school for this. They can connect. You should try it.
Okay. So what my mama saying, like, she cool now about you saying everything?
She not saying nothing, but you can just tell, like, she ready for me to go. I feel like I'm a burden just being here, so.
I wouldn't say burden. If anything, she probably more concerned about your safety, but you can always come to my house.
I'm not coming to your house. I'm not going to be bouncing from house to house to house. I just really need to hurry up with school, start working, get myself together. No.
So what do you feel like you need? Like, what do you need to get on your feet? And, like, what do you need to do?
I need like a good $20,000. I need to go to cosmetology school.
You think you're going to get $20,000 from being a CNA?
If I work and save, yes.
And it can take you a whole year. You need to find that money another way. It ain't going to come from being a CNA like that.
The only other way I knew was Chubb, and I'm not dealing with
No, ma'am. Not Chubb. We going to figure it out. If anything, I'm going to just ask Mike. Because J-Mo would do it.
Hell no, do not ask Mike.
He want to be locked in. He want to act like he like me so much. Come in. It don't even matter. It's not embarrassing. It's life. People need help.
Oh my God. Man, I gotta tell you about your girl.
Who is my girl?
Hey, Mike.
You my baby. You my baby.
Hi.
Ooh. What's up, Kayla?
What's up, Mike? Tell me about what girl?
Man, we talk about it.
Wait.
We didn't talk about it, man. We didn't talk about it.
We got a couple things we need to talk about. We might as well get a little cozy.
What's going on? Let's talk. What's going
on? I need you.
Baby, you do whatever you need. I got you.
Yeah. Nikki need help. She trying to go to cosmetology school so she can do like better. CNA ain't gonna get her where she need to be.
You know, Nikki family, so whatever she need, you know, I got you.
It's gonna be like 20,000 if you could loan it to her. She will give it back to you.
I totally told her to not ask.
20,000.
You
like
got the money, right?
Like at one time, or like installments.
Mike.
Baby, 25. Like, okay, so Nikki.
If you can't do it, this.
No. It's just. No, you ain't never imposed. You feel it's just that right now I got the marketing. I got a lot of money going out, and it coming in yet from my business. But I know what I can do. I just started this trading class. Right, it's $3,500. I can put the money up for that, and then give you a little extra money to trade once you learn. Now you know what I'm saying. You got something you can do the rest of your life and make money. So you can do that. You know.
Is it really gonna help her, Mike?
It's gonna help her, baby. It's like I'm giving her a fishing rod.
Instead of just giving her the fish line. Now you sound like my Uncle Doodoo.
Yeah, I mean, I could. That's cool. I got you.
That's cool. I'll pay you back for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta pay you back.
I'm going to.
I got you.
I don't.
Well, thank you, Mike.
You're welcome, baby.
The man with the plan.
But Mike is right, though. You know, having a trade, and don't get me wrong, CNAs do make pretty good money. She can be actually a traveling CNA. She'll make good money if she does traveling, because she has no children, so she can do traveling, be a travel nurse, and make a lot of money. And not only that, with a traveling CNA or a traveling nurse, what she should have said was she wants to go to, I don't know why she just didn't go to culinary school in the beginning. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they'll go to school and then they'll say, now I want to be in school for culinary. Dude, I need y'all to make your mind. What do you want to do? I don't think she knows what she wants to do. I just think that what she needs to do is go ahead and work as a CNA, be a traveler nurse. And once you in there, the good thing about a travel nurse is they pay off your student loans. That's a good thing about nursing and being a travel CNA. I don't know why she just didn't go into nursing. I just don't understand why she just didn't go into nursing. Because nursing, they'll pay off your student loans. So I just think she should just go ahead and go to nursing and then be a travel nurse. And then she can go back to school and get a culinary degree and then be able to pay it off. That's just what I think. But I do like the fact that he said about her having a trade. So that way, not only is she in nursing school, she'll also have a trade, which will be able to make money so she can also have her own business eventually as well. So I do commend Mike for that, because Mike ain't got that $20,000. And Melissa, you have to understand he's a businessman. He's just starting off. But you just don't know that Mike is bad in business. He is. He's terrible in business. Mike can't keep a business together. If it wasn't for them dudes out there in the car wash, Mike wouldn't be making no money there. If it wasn't for Dom, that place, as far as their facility, wouldn't be run. Mike don't run them facilities. Everybody else run everything. Let's see, is there anything else today? Let me get into Mike. When Mike ends up talking too much, and now Momo's got her eyes, her eyes on Ralphie. Oh boy. Momo, I don't think you want to do that. I mean, it's bad enough you're dating J Diva's brother, which is D, and I don't think you know that J Diva and D are friends, and they're like brother and sister. And now you want to mess with a man. Oh girl, you don't want to do that. But let's listen to the video, shall we?
This is the pink salt recipe.
So now I get through the commercials and all. Let's see what happens. Thanks to Mike.
Me and her had a whole argument, right? Whole argument. So she called me over. I come over there with good energy. I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be good energy. We about to fix this together. You know what I'm saying? I come over there chilling, smiling, we cheesing back and forth. I'm thinking she'd be nice and we're gonna fix the situation. Guess what? You know what she asked me for?
What?
$20,000.
20 bands?
Not for her, for Nikki.
What?
Yes, bro. No, we ain't no mention about what happened yesterday. Like it never happened. So it's like either you don't care or you. And he talking about, I don't know, bro. That threw me off a little bit.
See, that don't even make sense, bro. And this is no disrespect, bro, but this is a person you consider having a baby with, like.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Like, I mean, just randomly 20 bands for her cousin.
Mama, what you think about that?
Don't ask me nothing.
Oh, y'all ain't okay.
No, man,
I got it. I got it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It is a little wild. You know what I'm saying?
It's very wild.
Money is driving everybody nuts, man.
Yeah.
And don't let it drive you out.
Well,
you know the money thing we talking about right now?
Yeah. I don't,
What money?
Oh. Nah.
Nothing. He's like, he just.
Y'all got secrets?
Just manifesting some stuff.
Yeah. It's gold talk.
Yeah. It ain't nothing.
For real.
Y'all being weird.
All right, Momo. But for real? What?
I don't want to talk about that stuff in front of everybody.
You suing, bro. You ain't hitting the lottery. It's just lawsuit.
It don't matter. If I come across money, I don't want nobody to know I come across money.
You think Momo gonna set you up or something?
It's not about if Momo's gonna set me up or nothing. I'm not. You know,
you're not like what?
I ain't say it.
What you about to say?
I ain't say it.
What you trying to say though?
Me personally, I don't like to wear my money on my neck or no. I just like to keep it in my account.
So we being shady.
I'm not being shady.
That's a slave mentality. See what I'm saying?
Come on, you're not about to shine like you're not about to Dr. Umar me, bro.
We was kings, brother. We had
I
crown.
know we was kings. We
so
had
what you talking about then?
I like to keep my crown in the crib. That's where my money in the account. That's it. I'm just chilling.
Listen,
so if I decide to do it, let me do it on the low.
If you decide to do it, you talking about
if I decide to do it.
If you decide to do it,
the lawsuit.
All right.
What you?
If you decide to do it's crazy. Hey, Kenny.
Bro, what you doing?
Mike, what's up, brother?
Hey, me and Rappy just talked, man. He wants you to push the button on the lawsuit, brother.
What?
Oh, really?
We going in. We going in. We gonna get it going.
Who is we?
We.
I got you.
Kendrick, I'm gonna talk to you.
No.
Ain't no we.
I talked to him already.
This ain't your choice. It ain't your
what you mean?
Ain't got to do with you.
Whatever I got is you. What you got is
mine.
mine.
Where? So I got. How many car washes I got?
There's enough water to go around for everybody, Rappy. Push the button, Kenny.
I'm not finna do that.
I got you.
What you talking about?
What you pushing, man?
My man. All right, brother. We gonna call you back, man. Come sign everything.
It's a lot of we, Mike. That sounds like a lot of we.
All right. Which was ain't mine now?
No, has it always been that? Yes.
Lord, Mike, why are you telling Ralphie's business? Why are you trying to tell our teddy bear's business? Ralphie is right, and I'm explaining why. When you show off everything, you try to get. Let me tell you something about manifestation. Okay, you got people that manifest off somebody else's work, somebody else's stuff. So if you run around and let's say you walk into somebody's house, right? And you walk into their house and they just so happen to be rich. What's the first thing that some people gonna do? They're gonna plot for your downfall. As soon as you don't do what they want, they plot for your downfall. Why? Because of what they want. They want what you got. They don't care that they hurt you. They don't care that they've done all these negative things to you. All they
look it up, huh? LeBron get better with time.
All they care about is that they're gonna get whatever it is that they want. That's just it on that. So at the end of the day, the fact that you got people out here that really, really want what you got, you can't put nothing out there. If you look at Amber, for example, and the fact that Amber puts everything out there, the fact that her friends have access to all of the men that are interested in her, one of her friends got somewhat access to them. Why would you allow why would you allow them to have access to your man? Why would you have people in and out your house? Why would you allow women to come around your man dressed in a specific way? I'm a little curious about that. You know, we saw the way that Shayla was running around when she started changing the way she dressed. We saw that. So like I said, at the end of the day, it's sad that people don't necessarily understand that you're sitting here and you're allowing somebody to sit here and have access to your man that they really shouldn't have access to. Now, on a lot of people's platforms, I have set up here and I have said that Amber is her own worst enemy, and she is. And I told people, Amber is the reason why Amber is going through what she's going through. It's just like when I did my video yesterday, my live yesterday, about does God put you through what you're going through, or does you yourself and other people put you through what you're going through? God didn't put you through nothing. Everybody else did. So like I said, I just feel like that when it comes to this situation, I want people to understand some people are just their own worst device, their own worst enemy. Because me personally, what I learned now is there are some people that will not disrespect your relationship in no way, shape, form, or fashion. They will not go after your man. They will not disrespect you. There are women that will go to you and come to you and say, one of your exes is trying to holler at me. I'm just trying to make sure you don't have no feelings for him if I decide to pursue it. I would rather you come to me and ask me than go behind my back and do it. So yes, you do have people that are woman and man enough to come to their homeboy, come to their sister, come to their daddy and say, look, I want to date your sister. I want to date your daughter. So you do have women that are woman enough to come to you and talk to you. But see, when it comes to women and when they meet these men, they believe they're single. They believe that they're better than the other females that he's messing with. It's like that song, I don't care what you do to them, just be good to me. That's how they think. And the sad part is that's what they really believe. They really believe by the fact that you got a ring on your finger makes you better than the mistress. No, you just got his last name. That's the only thing that makes you better. But who is he spending his time with? He's still committing polygamy. He's still doing a threesome. Even though it's not all of y'all together. He's still doing a threesome, foursome, fivesome, sixsome, sevensome. Why? Because the fact of the matter that he's still out here doing him. So the fact that he's with other women, just because you're pretty, just because you're successful, just because you got yourself together, just because you have his kids, just because you get in bed, just because you give him threesomes, doesn't mean he's going to be faithful. You can do all those things. Don't mean he's going to be faithful. None of that matters. So again, what you want may or may not always turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. So just because you want somebody to be what you want them to be, does not mean that's what they're going to be. Just because you want to date somebody does not mean that you're going to be able to date that person. So what you want is not always what's best for you. What you want is not always what you're going to have. Even though like James Scott Farron, I want my money and I want it now, that don't mean you going to get it. Just because you want somebody don't mean they want you. Just because you think you're going to get that job doesn't mean you're going to get it. The bottom line is there will be rejection. The bottom line is you might lose your husband to another woman. Nothing is guaranteed when it comes to other people. They're not you. They'll never be you. So you have to stop looking at people from the way you want to look at them Stop looking at situations for the way you think they coulda, shoulda, woulda been. Because you didn't do the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Because if you'd have done the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, you'd have left well enough alone and accepted the fact that person did not want you. That person did not want to be in a relationship with you, and let it go. The minute that person harms you, you'd have left immediately. It wouldn't have been no conversation. I wouldn't have cared why that person did what they did. They did what they did because that is what they wanted to do. That's why they did it. They did it because they could do it and because they could get away with it. You are not around this person 24/7 to know what they do. So you know what's worse? It's not what they do in front of your face, it's what they do behind your back. Because when it comes out, the way it's going to impact you, because you wasted time with people that were not worth you, that were not worth your time, were not worth your energy. When you go back, when it comes to recovering and healing, and you see all the medical issues you're going to be dealing with, oh, them coulda, shoulda, wouldas are going to matter. Because if you think what you consume, what you acknowledge, what you do, what you say, what you think, how you act, how you behave, if you think that none of that impacts your health and wellness, you have lost your mind if you believe that. Because it does. It absolutely does. More than what you realize. So I get the fact that a lot of y'all want a lot of things. But what are you willing to do to get it? Are you willing to try to get it at all? Or are you going to walk away and just say, you know what? It ain't even worth me going to get it. I'm going to leave it alone. Even though I think he's cute, I ain't even going to waste my time. The fact that he's with multiple women, I ain't even going to go there. I don't want to be another statistic. I'm not trying to change your mind. You don't want me, that is cool. It's all good. You don't want me, that is fine. You want to know why? Because I'm the prize. I am the prize. So if you want the harlots, the Jezebels, and the seat fillers, excuse me, if you want the Build-A-Bears and Build-A-Dolls, you can have that. If you want to do and say whatever, then by all means, you should. But at the end of the day, I don't have to. And that's just me. So just because somebody don't want you, that is okay. Just because you don't get accepted in groups, that's fine. Because when you look back 20, 30 years and you look at your life and you look at all the things that you avoided. So let me give you an example. Let's say one of the assignments I give you as a life coach, I tell you to go on your ex's channels and look at them now. You're going to go on their channel and you're going to find out they broke. You're going to find out they done gained 30 pounds. You're going to find out this person ain't nothing that you think they are. And you're going to look back and ask yourself, I really had sex with him. I really had sex with her. Look at her now. Honey, do you know how many people look back at their exes and they ask themselves, why? Why did I date this person? My ex is married. Mind you, I was with him for 7 years. And the next female he ended up with after he cheated, he married. This woman ain't even half the woman that I am. At least that's what I think. But apparently she is, because he chose her. I went on his page. He took her to Myrtle Beach, a place that we go to very often while we were together. Am I mad about it? No. But for a second, I was. And I'm explaining why. I wasted 7 years with this man. 7 years. Put up with a lot for 7 years. But I'm not the person you wanted to do right by. I'm not the person you wanted to marry. I'm not the person that you could be faithful to. But yet you marry another woman that you weren't even with nowhere near the time that I was with you. So you want to know what pissed me off? It ain't even about the fact that he's married. I didn't care less about that. What I'm pissed off about is the time that I wasted on this individual. That's what I'm pissed off about. That is what I'm angry about. I could care less about the fact that he married her. I don't care. And him and I being together was actually the best thing that could happen anyway. But for a split second, I was mad because I wasted 7 years on a man that I should have left where he was when he was introduced to me. That is why rejection is not a bad thing. Because when you look back 20 years later and you look back at these individuals that got you sitting in jail, drugs, alcohol, codependency, that got you out here pimping, having you out here doing God knows what, and now you've got to deal with the consequences, repercussions, and karma to your actions, behavior, choice, and the decisions, you're going to look back on it and ask yourself, what was I thinking? No differently than a child that unalives their parents because they want to be with some boy or some girl. And now they're sitting in prison, and the person that they did it for is now in a whole nother prison, and they're never going to see each other. And you did all of this just to end up in jail and still not deal with each other. You did all of this just for y'all to go into an investigation room and turn on each other. You did all of this, and all of y'all going to go down for what you did. Was it worth it? Was everything you did worth what you did? No. That is why rejection ain't a bad thing. So if somebody don't want you, that's okay. I ain't chasing behind you. I'm going to let you have at it. I'm going to let you have all the women you want, but you will never have me. And you want to know why? That's also a blessing. I don't have 2/3. The reason why it's a blessing is because 20 years later, you're going to look back and you will be like, thank God I did not date this person. Thank God I didn't get the job. Thank God I didn't go this direction. Thank God I was able to travel the world. Thank God I didn't have kids at an early age. Thank God I'm with the man that I'm meant to be with. Thank God God sent me my husband, and I was actually patient, and I waited and I sat still. That don't mean you literally sit still. It just means that whatever your path is on that God got you on, you ain't gonna get off of it. That's it. You're going to stay on the path that God put you on, and that's it, and keep pushing. You're not worried about going and drinking and hanging out with your girlfriends. If you got goals, dreams, and things that you want to accomplish, that's what you're going to be focused on. You are not going to be focused on going to the club. You're not going to be focusing on friends with benefits. You're not going to be focusing on a man that's got all these 2,400 and I don't even know how many women. You're not going to be focusing on a man that's putting his hands on you. What you are going to do when it comes to healing is you're going to be like, you know what? I'm taking a break from people altogether. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to meet new people, and I'm going to enjoy myself. I am not going to sit up here and worry about men. I'm not going to sit up here and worry about whether I'm single or not, whether I got kids or not. I'm not going to worry about whether or not I ever get married. But what I am going to focus on is living my life, building my business, building my brand. While all these young girls are running around here trying to have all these kids, I am running around the world now, on cruises and living my life. That is what I'll be focusing on. I could care less about everybody else. I can care less that my friends are married or in relationships. I could care less about whether or not my mama want me to have kids. And I could care less about me working that job. What I do care about is I can get on a cruise and get up and go. What I do care about is that I have my own business in my brand and I'm making about $30 million a year. What I do care about is I can get up whenever I want to, do my business meetings, and then enjoy the rest of my day. I make $30,000 a month. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. I'm not buying no gigantic house because if something happened to me, my mom and them ain't gonna be able to afford it. That's how that goes. You're not gonna buy your mom and them no house that if something happened to them or something happened to you, nobody else in your family can take care of. Because you know how they are with money. They're gonna spend that money and then it's gone. And then when it's gone, then what? They have no money to pay for the house and it ends up being sold. They ain't gonna do nothing but sell it. They gonna sell your car and everything else that they can sell, and then that's it. People want money. They don't want a house. They don't want a car. They don't want none of that. They don't want your debt. It's just like if something happened to my dad, then we have to decide which one of us gonna take over the payments because he refinanced his house. I'm just saying. So I'm just making a point that what you want is not always what you need. What you want ain't always gonna be good for you. What you want can end tragic. What you want can put you in jail, be unalived, or you unaliving somebody. Either way, there are consequences and repercussions and karma for what you want. What you willing to do for what you want has consequences, repercussions, and karma. It just does, no matter what. So, I'm about to go to bed because I'm trying to be in bed before 11 o'clock. So I'm going to get some sleep because I did not get very much sleep last night and I'm going to bed. But I love y'all. I do. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there is no me. I'd be nothing without y'all. But again, I might use these Kounty Wayne skits. But Friday, I'm going to go into all of them, the ones for this week. I wish my channel that actually had a Kounty Wayne. I could go live on it. It would make it so much more convenient. But I did on this channel. But yeah, I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with copyright. But if not, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. If it is, but hopefully Wayne will give me permission to be able to use these videos. But like I said, every last one of these videos deal once in a different way, and how what you're willing to do for it can end up backfiring in your face. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for joining me for this episode. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button to receive notifications of my videos. But stop feeding into the harlots, the succubus, the Jezebels, the sirens, the wolves in sheep clothing, born girl to cry, wolves, sirens, vampires, and snakes. Please don't do that. That could be bad. So with that being said, I am off the bed. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm off the bed, and I will see y'all next time. And next week, I will be doing these podcasts based upon scheduled programming, except Friday. Friday, I got to change the time to 5 o'clock. One at 5 and one at 7. But I'll pre-record these. These are just all my radio podcast channels. These are all the ones I do during the week, Monday through Sunday. Have 2 on Saturday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday, and 1 Monday through Thursday. So with that being said, welcome to self-esteem. Self-respect leads to self-love. I'm so tired. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, until next time, I will see y'all later, and I will see y'all next week. And until then, we'll talk then. Tomorrow is my tomorrow is my, which one is it? Old you versus new you. I gotta do that one tomorrow. So yeah, I'm pretty much caught up now at this point. Thank God for that. Yeah, I'm caught up. Now I just got to post these videos. That's the thing. So yeah, I just combined the 2 videos into one. So now I'm pretty much caught up. Now, But I'm downloading this and putting it on my Spreaker.com channel. In fact, I can show y'all what it looked like. Give me a second. Hold on. I'll show y'all what it looked like. That way, if y'all want to go listen to my podcast, you can. Bear with me just 1 second. I just got to sign in to my podcast real quick. And then y'all will get to hear it. That's my library. I'm trying to find my actual podcast. All right, give me a second. I'll show y'all my podcast. I have a podcast on Spreaker. I'm just trying to make sure I'm on the right one. Okay, I'll show you this first. Okay, this is all of my podcasts that I do. These are all of them here. So you have You Are What You Consume. We Are What We Consume. Finding Your Inner Peace and Tranquility. Opening Pandora's Box. African Melanin Queens. The Old You versus the New You. A Happier You Leads to a Healthier You. You Minding Your Own Business and Where Self-Respect Leads to Self-Love. These are all the podcasts that I do. Now, the one thing about Spreaker is if you want to look at your actual podcast, I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't think you can. Bear with me a minute. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see it. No. Let me go here. Let me show you. All right. So this right here shows, if it lets me do it. Okay. This shows you all of my podcasts. This shows you all of them here. So I'm going to go into the one I'm currently doing now. Is this it? So this right here tells you these are all the podcasts. As you can see, I do make money off these podcasts. Now, mind you, I'm just starting back doing these. But yeah, these are all the podcasts I do. You have your statistics. I don't really care at this point. So because I haven't been the past few weeks, this shows you how many people outside of it. Now, mind you, I don't have these numbers. This is just Spreaker. Now, I have not been doing my podcast as I should, but this tells you that it just tells you all of this stuff. So you get to see this stuff. Like I said, I haven't been on here full time like I should. So, like I said, I have found out I have more people listening to it than what I'm seeing here. So, I have not. I'm about to get back to it more so full time. But that's just that podcast. That's not all of them. That's just that one. Each one has its statistics. So, for example, I can look here. This tells me how many people downloaded it, the actual live play, when I was doing live play. And this is the ones just on Spreaker alone. So this tells me all of that. So, like I said, I haven't exactly been the past couple weeks. So now that I'm getting back to full time to it, my goal is to be able to do it full time and basically start doing the Kounty Wayne skits on my podcast, which is what I'm doing now. That's why I was saying if y'all wanted to come up, you could have came up because I actually was doing a live podcast. So then you have your monetization, your campaign, promotions. That's if you choose to do that, your settings. So that's me. And that's the account. So I'm just, just how basically you promote. So I would copy the link and then I would go to my Facebook page and then I would, say, please come check out my podcast. I do the same thing on all my platforms and That's pretty much what I would do. So again, that's just what I do, basically, essentially. So I decided I'm doing my podcast live. So now y'all get to basically see what I do, at least this week anyway. Next week is just going to be the actual channels that I actually do. They'll be separate. So yeah, if y'all would have came up here, y'all would have got to basically be on the podcast. So yeah, it was an actual live podcast I was doing. So with that being said, I'm about to go to bed. I love y'all. And I will see y'all next time. Until then, I will see y'all next week. We will be doing the next topic is going to be a part 2 to this episode, because I will be using, if it depends if Kounty Wayne allows me to use them. If I don't get a copyright strike, then I'll continue to use them on, because like I said, I have another channel that's specifically for these, but because I'm not where I can actually set it up to go live yet, I gotta wait. So till I get enough people on there, then I will be able to actually finally be able to go live. But until then, just gotta sit back and wait. Just be patient. Or I say, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, they don't love you like I love you. So again, yeah, I'm sleepy. So that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there is no me. I'd be nothing without y'all. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. Receive notifications on Twitch. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to my channel. Hope to continue to do more on Twitch. And until then, oh yeah, I'll be on Twitch probably this weekend because I want to do some music. Oh man, listen to music and just vibe. I might do that with YouTube at the same time. I mean TikTok. I might do that at the same time. So that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, we'll talk next time. Bye, y'all.